YouTube channel where we talk about everything mental health. Today I'm going to talk about a few signs that show you are not processing your grief very well or your pain very well. Now remember, grief may be death, or maybe losing something or losing someone, maybe not out of death, maybe it's a relationship that has gone south, it may be losing a job, it may be losing an item. So grief can fall in all those categories. So how can you tell that you're not processing your grief very well? Because it means you are not taking time to actually grieve. So how can you tell? Now, number one, you distract yourself by various behavior, like number one, compulsive behavior, which is not healthy. You find you are eating too much, you are sleeping too much, you are talking too much. In other words, you are trying to distract yourself from thinking about that particular loss, and that is not healthy because the body keeps scores. So your mind, you may think you are distracting yourself, you may think you're okay, but the mind is keeping a score. Number two, you withdraw from people because you don't want people to ask you how you're feeling. How are you faring? How has it been? How can we support you? So sometimes you avoid people, which again may not be healthy. Once in a while you can avoid them, but if you are avoiding people particularly to avoid confronting your grief, then that is not healthy. Number three, you overfunction. You are so busy. You make sure you don't have an idle moment so that you don't think about your loss. So that is called overfunctioning, and it is not healthy because you are intentionally avoiding the real issue. The other thing is you are irritable. You are irritable. You have conflict, you have drama, you want to keep busy, you want to project your feelings onto other things than actually the real issue, which is your grief. Another thing is persistent sleepiness. You want to sleep all the time. Or you are overeating. Again, sometimes it's a way of keeping busy. You are trying to sleep to stop yourself from thinking. And you know, at the back of your mind, your subconscious mind is not actually asleep. It is thinking. So again, that is not healthy. Now, the physical symptoms may manifest as body aches, tension, blood pressure. And that's why I said your body will always keep scores, and it will come to bite you later. Sometimes it is that avoidance of grief that becomes something else that is so bad that may end up becoming clinical depression. Another sign that you are not dealing with your grief or your pain in a healthy way is mental health issues. Deep sadness, depression, psychosis, and suicidal ideations. You know, you start thinking, maybe I would better off be dead, maybe I'm a liability, maybe it's peaceful, if I die, my family will be better off without me. We call those suicidal ideations, and that is not healthy. You are actually going on the red. Now, allow me to say this. Grief has no timeline. You may never quite heal, but running away from your grief is not the solution. Please seek help. And I hope this video has helped you understand that some ways you're trying to cope may not be healthy. Don't run away from grief. In my next video, we are going to talk about how to swing in and swing out from grief. So please look out for it. Thanks for watching.